what are conversations that you have and you think directors should have with writers in terms of what they
Okay.
bring?
I think um, the first step to having a fruitful relationship with a writer is not trying to change the voice of the story. Really trying to understand, the characters, trying to understand the vision of the writer, and then your job as a director is to try and bring that vision to life. I think that's fundamental step one, because you hear it's an ongoing complaint where producers, not just the director, but producers, directors, they get a hold of a script and the writer doesn't even recognize their work.
I have one of those.
By the time it's gone through the assembly line,
Yeah.
and so I think if you want to have ongoing relationships with very talented and professional writers, it's respecting their lane, respecting what they're bringing to the work. And then number two, having very transparent, honest conversations. If you're not going to be able to, I don't know, like have the big shootout or whatever because of a budgetary standpoint, or and to say, hey, give them the opportunity to, in a way, play a producing role. Like, hey, like how can we make this gratifying to you? Giving them the opportunity to rewrite something instead of telling them this is what you need to rewrite. So I think at least my personal stance on working with a writer, working with anyone, is really respecting their expertise and trying to find the best marrying of the best collaboration. And then in doing so, I think what that ends up doing is you have a lot of parties that end up trusting the director, and I think that that's instrumental in having longevity to your career is and being well liked.
Hmm.
Because like I was saying in a
Are
previous,
you well liked? I haven't noticed that.
I think so. I think I've gotten better. I think I've gotten better at a big part of it is figuring out how you can service, like I said, the different departments and the different individuals on it, and making sure that everyone walks away feeling like they they got to do their best work in that journey of making that
Yeah.
story.
So a couple of points, and this is good to go back to. So I've always been jealous of an artist or a sculptor. Yeah. So wait a minute. So you mean I've got $300 worth of paint and a canvas and I can do my gig? Okay. Or I've got this block of stone and I don't need an army of people to make this happen. Um, I guess I'm embarrassed to say I'm well watched. I'm a product of television. I'm not particularly well read. Okay. So I don't know if I could write a book that would, the pages would just turn. I know I can write a script. Okay. Because I've been in that world. So to AK's point, it does take an army of people. And then when he's like, well, you don't know if you're going to get the gig or whatever, for me, it's AK's gig. The only wild card would be, and nobody's this lucky, somebody says, no, 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 I love this script and we don't want to do it for $300,000. We want to do it for $3 million. And this is our list of guys that are going to do it for $3 million. That would be a tough call. Don't really see that happening. I'm
Yeah,
just not that like,
I don't either.
yeah. You see what I'm saying?